today for February 23rd, 2021. We have a lot of guests as new members today to do the induction. So I will first turn it over to Kim Vitero. Anything for G1?
No, things are pretty well solid right now. We've got a meeting coming up next week.
Okay. Bob, Jensen, anything for concessions, or are we?
Yes, we're going to, I got the email process started through Rose. She went talked to the manager of the 30th Avenue Safeway, got his approval. So I fired him an email and had him forward it to the district manager, which is, she's the manager for Southwest Washington and Oregon, and get her approval. And we're going to start on the 12th of March, be our first day. And we're going to start out just doing Fridays at first, see how it goes. We'll try to extend the hours a little bit. And because Friday's been our best day, we'll just see by going a couple hours longer in the evening if we can make up enough. It'd be nice to just have to do it one day rather than tie up the rest of the weekend.
I couldn't get on. It was all.
Anyway, I'll let you know about that next week for sure. But right now, we're planning on March 12th. Lloyd's volunteered to take care of sign-ups, so if you're interested, you can get a hold of Lloyd, and heck, he can start the first sheet. And we'll talk about it for sure next Tuesday.
Okay, all right. I've already been asked about when you're going to do the kettle corn, and you will have the chocolate cherry, right? So, I've already been asked, so I told them I'd let them know. So that's good. That's good. To say I don't see Doug or Holly on. So, anything on Sunshine Report for anybody? You know, there's quite a bit in the roar. Marilyn?
I watch Floria Lee, Mikey Gardner. She fractured her ankle, so she is home though. So she spent some of those snow days in the hospital. I do not know details. I don't know if Cindy Fickett might, but we're glad that she's home and she's got a boot on her foot.
Oh, yeah.
That's as much as I know.
Okay. All right. Any happy or sad bucks from anybody? Oh, we're pretty quiet. Oh, Cheryl.
Can you hear me this time?
Yes.
Okay. After all that whining I've been doing about not finding a COVID shot, yesterday I got on a source Kaiser that I get on every single day, and they never have any. First rattle out of the box, I got an appointment.
Oh, all right.
I get my first dose this week, and I'm a happy camper.
All right. Dwayne?
Just wanted to let everybody know that my brother is kind of deteriorated a bit. His muscle strength is declining. He's had a number of falls in the last few weeks. I have had him into the doctors in the emergency room in the past, and they took CAT scans and x-rays, and we're looking at possibly changing some of his medication. That he basically has to get around with a mobility scooter. When he uses his walker, he'll sometimes fall down and hurt himself. Other than that, he's the same old guy.
Okay. Okay. We just got a text from a friend to let you know all the appointments are already full for the vaccines that they're going to give out tomorrow and Thursday at the
I did it travel.
That's how quick they go. So.
Hey, Dwayne.
Sorry?
Hey, Dwayne.
No.
Yes.
Can we sign him up to help in March for the kettle corn?
No.
No.
Leroy.
Okay. Well, Look at those guys on the couch.
I guess I'll just have a happy
Louis on the
birthday.
couch doing no.
Hey, guys,
Who's up? Okay.
Oh, he's
Happy-
in a, what is he in a nice place?
No, that's just a picture he's got back here. He's back working.
somebody
Oh.
needs to turn off them, if they're gonna talk to somebody else in the background, need to mute themselves, please.
All right.
Anyway, last week was down in Belize, Melissa and I, and so we had a nice week down there. Sunshine, 85 degrees, nice humidity, was warm, and went to a new Mayan ruin that we hadn't seen yet. Last time it was inhabited was about 1,600 years ago, and they've found a couple of tombs and with a lot of stuff in it, and so it was pretty cool. Went to a spice farm where this guy has 500 acres of farm, 50 of which he grows different spices, and went through the process. It's all natural, and learned how to do vanilla and cocos and allspice, just tons of different spices that they have. It was really cool. Anyway, but I'm glad to be home. It was a kind of a crazy trip down with all the snow and trying to find airlines to get out of the country, and or at least get out of Portland.
Yeah.
But we finally made it down there, but it was a good time and it's good to be home.
All right. Anybody else on any happy or sad thoughts?
Yeah,
Okay.
we got our shots last week.
All right. First or second?
First,
Okay. All right. Anybody else? Doesn't look. Oh, okay, Mark. Unmute.
Different command. I'm used to so many go-to meetings. The procedure's a little different than Zoom, but Happy Dollar, Ellen and I celebrated the 44th year after 44th anniversary of our first date. We went down to Cannon Beach for the weekend. Unlike Leroy, we didn't have 80s and sunshine. We got a little gap of sunshine on Saturday. Most of the weekend, the rain was sideways, but it was just nice to get away and go someplace. So.
All right. Anybody else? Okay, Jim Waters.
We drove through and got tacos at taco time. That was our excursion out.
Okay. Anybody else? Al?
Yes, Madam President, all Lions and guests. The good news is my wife just got us both on an appointment for tomorrow at the fairgrounds.
All right. Good job.
I did too.
Thanks.
I just got an appointment for myself and David for tomorrow.
All right. Good.
how are you doing that?
Well, they had the site. Jane got a deal about 5 minutes ago that said all the appointments were taken. So, but might have been just lucky, I think that's what it is.
I'm still seeing him. I'm setting up a friend right now.
All right. Okay, Jim.
Bart?
I don't know whether this has been discussed, but a lot of our doctors are associated with Peace Health, and we talked to our primary doctor and that we hadn't got a shot. So he called Peace Health, and we've had our first shots and are waiting for our second.
Right.
But if you're affiliated with any physician that's affiliated with Peace Health, that may be a way to go for you to try to get on a list.
Yeah, but I've heard people, they've been waiting forever on the list. So, I think I'm waiting for my second one Friday. I'll get my second shot Friday. But some of the people I know, they've gone through the hospital, they've gone through Safeway, and they just say, we'll put you on a list. There's nothing available right at the moment. So, Tina?
At least you're on a list.
Yeah.
Well, I've watched it fill up while I was on trying to get signed up. I watched it fill up a couple of different times. One at Fred Meyer's and one at Safeway, and so it's getting kind of frustrating.
Yeah, but see, Cowlitz County's now opening a site at the fairgrounds for Wednesday and Thursday. But they might be one. But they opened up at noon, so they could be gone by now. So.
Okay.
All right. Anybody else on happy or sad bucks? Okay, Gina, I will turn the meeting over to you. We will do the awards first, then we will turn it over to Steve Patterson for the induction.
Guys, all right. As you can see, I have my little helper here, and if he gets rowdy, they've got word to come and get him. But our awards are going to go fast today because I only see one of our award winners on the Zoom call today, so it's going to go really fast. But we didn't name any rookies. It's kind of hard for rookies to get their time in and get their recognition, but we've got some that we're going to induct today, and we hope to change all that. So I'm challenging all those newbies to get out there and get recognized so that we can hand out rookie awards again. We have a couple of unsung Lions of the Month this month, and one of them is someone we rarely see, and it's Robert Speck. Bob Speck. But he's always behind the scenes. He's always there for clown, or he's there at the shop getting things done. And everybody was unanimous about, yeah, Bob, he needs to get an award. So for January, or getting in there and helping out behind the scenes with getting decorations and stuff put away and that sort of thing. So Bob Speck, thank you for all you do. If somebody sees him, let him know that we chatted him up pretty good. Does anybody else have anything to say about Bob? All right, well, we'll move on to our second unsung Lion of the Month, and we're going to go with Ken Vitero. Ken Vitero is involved in everything, and he keeps us on our toes and keeps us going with the zone chair position, and he's keeping us on track. He's making sure that we get everything done that we need. He challenges us. He challenges us often to put in a little extra, and so that's kind of what we need sometimes, especially during COVID. So, unsung rookie of the month of January, Ken Vitero. Ken, do you have something you'd like to say? Here's your award.
Give Dina.
Okay.
I'm not going to say anything.
Yes, not.
Here's another award, maybe. Whoops. Don't cover him up. That's my lion. Well, Ken, I wish you would say something, but I know you're looking forward to orientation. So,
Thank you very much.
He said, Lion of the Month is not on here, Ken, so you can go ahead and talk.
But you were talking over me.
I apologize.
Oh, well, anyhow, thank you very much. I appreciate the recognition.
Thank you. Thank you for all you do. So,
Amen.
our Lion of the Month isn't on here either, but he's won numerous 100% attendance awards, and that's Rick Johnson. And Rick Johnson actually went out and with 2 trucks and 2 trailers and helped get the Christmas lights out and back into the shop. And so we recognizing him for his work and his efforts with the Christmas lights. And everybody else that worked in the Christmas lights, thank you so much. We get so much attention for that, and we get so much. Everybody knows who does it. Everybody knows that Lions Island is great for Christmas lights, and they bring in their families. They go for rides after dark to check out the Christmas lights. So thank you everyone involved with the Christmas lights, and we thank Rick for his trucks and his trailers and getting the stuff out there quickly. I mean, we can get it out there a carload at a time. That takes forever, but if you got a truck and a couple trailers, you can get it done a lot faster. So thank you, Rick, for that. With that being said, that wraps up the awards for this month, Darlene. So I'll turn things back over to you.
All right, thank you, Gina. Okay, I will turn this over to Steve Patterson for the induction of our new members that we have on site today.
Thank you, Chairperson and
President,
head of the group, Darlene. For Terry and Margie that are online today, my name is Steve Patterson. I am the chairperson for the Induction and Orientation Committee. Now, this is not your orientation. There's two parts to being a member of Pioneer Lions. One is the induction ceremony, and next thing will be the orientation ceremony, and that's coming up March the
9th, isn't it?
9th, March the 9th. So that'll be in a couple weeks. Anyway, it's my pleasure to have you both here today and with your sponsors. Now, Terry is sponsored by her relative, not at a little distance away up the road, Rosemary. Rosemary, anything good to say about Terry? If you don't have anything good to say, don't say anything at all.
Absolutely. She's a gem. You are very, very fortunate getting Terry Smith in your club. And I could be prouder to sponsor her.
Thank you.
Tom, a good word from you about Margie. I know it's hard for siblings to do, but
Yeah, well, she's already, she was active when we were doing kettle corn and stuff. So, I think she's going to fit right on in and be a good asset to the club. Other than that, she's my sister.
That we're not holding against her.
Mr. Waters, you got to get a life, man. So anyway, Terry and Margie, on behalf of the club officers, it is my pleasure to have you here today. I want to mention to you that membership in this club is a privilege. You're joining the world's largest service organization. We are a group of 1.4 million men and women in 47,000 clubs in over 200 countries around the world. And all of us are dedicated to making a difference. Our history dates back to 1917, when Lions Clubs International was formed by a Chicago businessman, Melvin Jones. He believed that most local business clubs should be working for the betterment of their communities and the world at large. Lions are especially dedicated to serving the blind after Helen Keller challenged our members to be knights for the blind in the crusade against blindness during the 1925 convention in Cedar Point, Ohio. Our motto is "We serve," perfectly exemplifies the dedication to helping those in need. Your membership will help carry on the tradition for many years to come. We'll now take a moment to light a candle on your behalf as a symbolic gesture of your dedication to serving others. We're doing 2 here at the Patterson household, and then Tom and Rosemary. There's Rosemary. You got the real thing going. In fact, they both do.
Got one. Pull it up just a little bit, Tom. Lift
Tom,
it up.
there we go.
Right. So both ends.
Outstanding. Since you have expressed a desire to be a member of this club, I will now ask you to respond to my words with a simple "I do." Do you accept membership in this club, knowing that you are encouraged to actively participate in all club functions?
I do.
Margie?
I do.
To the best of your ability, will you abide by the Lions Code of Ethics, attend meetings, and contribute to the programs of the club, district, and Lions Clubs International?
I will. I will.
By the power vested in me by Lions Clubs International, I now declare you officially a member of this club. Your sponsor will now present you with a Lions lapel pin. Rosemary, you could just throw yours about 130 miles.
I'll do that. Somebody do that.
And your membership kit. Now, I understand that membership kits that did arrive to Secretary Cindy were for Leos. So we're gonna wait until we get the real things, and then we'll get you your membership kit and your pins. Unless you want to be a Leo first, in which case you're out of the age group. Sorry about that. I will now ask your sponsor to respond to these words with a simple I will. Will you be a mentor for your new lion?
Well,
Yes.
Will you make your new member feel welcome?
I will.
Yes.
Gee, Tom.
Don't talk so much, Tom. Will you introduce them to other club members?
I will hope that someone will do that on my behalf when I'm not there.
Yes, we will.
Thank you.
Now, there's a tradition in our club called a red badge and the blue badge. And then when you complete 4 tasks, you get a blue badge. Well, because we're meeting online, we're going to forego that. But I would like you to know what those 4 tasks are, because you're going to want to do each one of them. And let's start with Terry, who might know what one of those tasks are. Terry?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
Find the sponsor.
Okay, Tom, how about Margie? Margie?
Attend a meeting.
There you go.
Attend an activity.
Okay.
Service.
Yes.
Okay. to attend a board meeting.
One last thing.
Starts
with a V.
Volunteer. Oh, yeah.
What?
Yes, you had to volunteer, but I thought visit. Yes, no, I haven't done those. Yeah.
Gary, did you get any of those?
I wrote them down. Waiting for my kit.
Your substitute sponsor should have told you those things.
Yeah.
Was that you, Marilyn?
Yeah.
Those kits are on their way. I had to go to a different site because they weren't on the main store. And I had to go to a different site, fill out an order form. And I just got confirmation today that they did receive my order and they are sending me adult orientation.
I was going to ask you, Cindy, if the kits that you received had ordinary pins or did they have Leo pins in them?
I don't know that they had pins. I can check.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. You're getting the adult ones, as we say. I wanted each of you, Margie, we start with you. Since we do have plenty of time, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, why you joined the club? And that's part of the orientation, but it would be nice to hear from you today.
I joined the club because I want to get out into the community. I actually I still work and I work for the welfare department, and just I think you guys align with a lot of the services that we offer, and I just want to get to know people and be more seen in the community.
Great, great. Okay, Terry, how about you?
Well, I just moved to Longview last summer, and I need to get involved in something. And having known Roger and Rosemary for 40 plus years, I knew that Lions was the place to do it. And I'll be happy to serve.
You couldn't have picked a better organization. And of course, sorry, Rosemary, a better club.
You came
anyway,
highly recommended.
For those Pioneer Lions that are here, let's take just a half a minute and welcome our new members. Oh, can you want to blow out your candles? Let's welcome our new members, Margie and Terry.
Well, congratulations, Jerry and Marjorie. Welcome.
Marilyn has a thought.
Okay.
I have a thought. President Darlene, I apologize. I should have done this earlier and we started flowing with our meeting, but I wanted to recognize Roger and Rosemary. Roger Rickert and Rosemary Rickert are both leaders, strong leaders in Lions. They are members of the Renton Lions. Is that correct? Yes. And Roger is our international, past international director of several years, has recently been honored for that service. And Rosemary is a past district governor, so they really know about Lions. And if you ever need a mentor, they are perfect mentors. They'll answer any question, and if they can't, they'll find the right answers for you. So,
but apparently I need to change mine.
Yeah. Change what? And
Roger was recently recognized as having attended all of the USA-Canada forums that there ever were. Is that correct, Roger?
How many years was that?
How many years? It's 40 or so, isn't it?
I think it's hard to keep track of.
Sheer dedication. Another thing, a little trivia, why is Rosemary sponsoring Terry? Because Terry is their sister-in-law. She was married to Roger's brother, who has since passed. And so, Terry, we're so glad that Rosemary led you to us or led us to you, whichever it may be. So I just wanted to be sure everyone knew who these wonderful people are. We met Rosemary and Roger at many conventions, and really, Rosemary, you're responsible for encouraging Steve Patterson to become a district governor. So definitely planted a seed, and the rest is history. So thank you for that.
Darlene, we'll turn it back to you.
I was just gonna say, if you show up on their doorstep about 6 o'clock at night and you say, "I'm lost, I need a bed," they might say yes.
Right.
And they've said yes to me so many times I can't count it.
Nice.
Thank you.
Get off and help.
Yeah.
You can find their house.
Hey. It took me 3 tries the first time.
That's your count the number of times. Does that mean it was more than 3?
Yeah.
I figured.
They look a lot smarter than that.
Yeah. Hey, they didn't know me back then.
Okay. Cindy?
Just for point, no pins came with the Lions or the Leo's packet.
Okay.
No pins came with it.
All right.
Marilyn or Steve or somebody, maybe you want to explain for Terry and Margie what Leo's is if they don't know why it's a joke that the Leos get named.
Okay, no, we don't want to do that. Okay.
Ken might enjoy sharing that information. Zone Chair Ken, are you willing to share a little bit about Leos?
What are Leos?
Well, you want to know a little bit about the Leo program. Leo program actually in the state of Washington, because of the pandemic, is kind of dwindled down a little bit. we've lost several members. We have not created any new clubs.
What are they?
Leo clubs are students that we're bringing into the fold of Lionism and mentoring them to become future leaders for our societies that we live in and to get involved with some of the projects that we do. Schools have a project that the seniors in high school have to have a completed project. Lions has stepped up and really provided the resources for quite a bit of those. Other than that, it's the first step of becoming a Lion, and good responsibility for how to work with
I can add a little bit to that. I believe the age group, Ken, is it 12 to 18, and then actually they can be a Leo until they're 20 or 21, and
they can be a Leo until they're out of college.
Oh, until they're out of college, right? And Leos can also bridge themselves into becoming a Lion. It also helps them. I think Roger and Rosemary might even know more about it, but it allows them to move into Lions. While they're in college, they don't have to pay fees. They can remember.
Yeah.
The big thing about Leos is it requires sponsorship. It requires at least one Lion to be a member to be a Lion, and I believe that if you affiliate with a school, the advisor needs to be a Lion as well. It does require attention. It's almost like Scouts or Awanas or whatever the organization is. It requires adults to lead these children, youth, on forward to becoming good citizens, community awareness. It's a wonderful program. It takes dedication to do it, but it's also
mentors.
What somebody said.
They're mentors.
Yes, definitely.
Is there
My brother was a mentor in Leo's a long time ago here locally.
Oh, cool.
Is there any, I mean, I know there's one at La Center. Is there any other local Leos in our G?
It's hard to, yeah. Most of it's down in part of the district south, zone 2. Cascadia has now a Lions Club, and they have youth that are also Leos. In the Cascadia is an advanced, what do I want to say, trade school atmosphere that is in the Vancouver district. So it's a great climate for developing youth for Leos and Lions. There's also a Ridgefield Leos Lions, but I feel like they're just out there. I never hear much about them. So as far as I know, that's all of them that I'm aware of in the district.
Okay.
Are there more, Ken? Do you know? We want to get one in Kalama.
We have 7 Leo clubs in our district.
Our district?
In our district.
Really? I need to know who they are then. I don't.
Oh, no, I take that back. It's not our district. It's an MD19 we have.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Which to the new Lions.
We have 3.
Right. And to those who don't know this, the multiple district is Washington, Northern Idaho, and British Columbia. So 7 Leo clubs isn't very many, really, when you consider the mileage involved. It's great to have them on board.
Yeah.
Well, one of the big problems we have with Leo clubs is getting them formed. Is the school districts are having quite a bit of trouble getting staff to spend the time to be those mentors in the program. And they also have so much curriculum going on now that, the one thing really taking place of a lot of our Leo Club projects are the sports activities. The kids just don't have the time to get out and do what's required to be a Leo. So it's really a hard battle trying to get club members to be mentors and sponsors for these Leo clubs. We've worked with several of them right here in the city of Longview. One of them is still we're looking at things. But it's just really hard convincing them which way to go because we have so many different social activities now that people just aren't aren't really getting into it.
In the set,
Good call, Cheryl.
Yeah.
Why'd you break that?
Rosemary wanted to say something.
Okay, Rosemary?
but I'm not sure my mic is working, is it?
It is.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Sorry. In the 70s, 80s, and 90s, Leo's was quite a strong program. And we even had, at one point, a mobile district, 19 Leo district. That with absolutely, Ken is right, the advent of so many sports opportunities and the change in our social climate really made a difference. You know, similar to the Lions Quest program, which was program FaceTime because teachers were not able to be in. So have a community person be involved as take a lot of time and finding those youngsters. Red Lions Club is currently run a Leo Club, a new Leo Club. The former president has
All right, thank you. Yeah, I know as a retired teacher, I mean, and now their plate's even fuller than when I was teaching. So it's probably really hard to get somebody to volunteer their time with everything else going on at the school. So I understand that. Okay. Any other comments or anything for today?
I would like to.
Yes, Roger.
Yes. I am a member of the Camp Leo. Okay, I say them on now. Member of the Camp Leo Board of Directors, Board of Trustees.
All right.
I want to take this opportunity to thank all of the Lions of the Longview Pioneer Club for the past support that you people, your Lions Club has given to our Camp Leo organization. And for those new members, Terry and
We lost you.
The train was going by.
They lost you.
We lost.
I got hit by a train. So anyway, type 1 diabetes children are participate in these Camp Leo, and where was I on my thought process? Anyway, there are, in the past, there were 4 different group sizes from grade school on to high school. And so the lower age students was maybe 2-3 days at the camp, whereas the older students are maybe a week's time. And the camp is staffed with a lot of volunteers, a lot of health people, the nurses and so forth. And so these kids, when they go to camp, which the last 2 years, of course, has been this last year virtual, but they there learned that they were not alone in this world as far as their activities and so forth, and they got to know their friends and process, and so it's been a wonderful activity. And again, I thank this club for all their support in the past.
Thank you. All right, Hal?
I don't know that Roger and Rosemary know this, but my brother has had some heart issues. Starting in November, atrial fibrillation, in the hospital for a week, came out with 21% heart functionality. Got into UW because his doctor is the father of the person at UW who is in charge of the cardiology program. And so my brother Pat is up there today getting 2 or 3 of the major tests he needs to decide whether they go the heart transplant route or the heart healing route. So wow. He's still, if he works 8 hours in a day, he's wiped out for 2 days after that.
Oh.
And so I didn't think Rosemary used to keep an email list of all this stuff, and I think for her own sanity, she gave it up. Yes, but he's at the UW today getting those tests.
All right.
Thank you, Al. I appreciate knowing, and he will be in my prayers.
Thank you.
All right. Any other information today? Erilyn?
I might just share that I had a great conversation with Lion Keith Huff, who of course is in Texas, but he continues to be a Longview Pioneer Lion. If he could be here, he would attend, I'm sure. But anyway, I talked to him. You know, Texas has had worse weather than us. Right. And the day that I talked to him, he was helping neighbors with needs for like generators and other items to help his small little community. So he does his personal service. He also mentioned that it was 4 degrees that day, and it was 10:30 in the morning, so it was pretty chilly. And he was very thankful that they had not lost power and whatnot. But a few days later, if any of you are on his friend's Facebook, he posted an electrical fire up in the top part of their house. He had told me that this home is like 1948 built, so it has things that, you know, we hardly know about, like copper wires for plumbing and wiring and whatnot. But anyway, back to that. He smelled something faintly. He had smoke detectors all over the house, but they were not going off yet. So he investigated and finally found where the smell was. And the blessing of finding that is his 3-year-old was napping in the bedroom where the fire was attempting to take hold on the wall. He broke down the wall. They used 3 fire extinguishers. A neighbor came over, a fire extinguisher, until the fire department got there. I haven't seen any posts since then, but you know, he also needs lots of prayers. Keith is such a dedicated, generous man, and I appreciate all the things that he has done for our club. For the new members, he served as secretary for several years and did our bulletins and many, many things. So
he did our website for a while.
What's that?
Did he do our website too?
Yeah, he did. He did a lot of things for us. He of course is an IT guy, so he was definitely our guru on that.
Right.
So, but anyway, it was a great conversation, other than the fact that the next few days later, it was like, oh my gosh. So we're glad they're safe. Got everyone out, animals, everybody. So no losses.
Good to hear that. Jim Waters?
Maybe a little late for a happy dollar, but my son lives in Austin with his family, and my brother-in-law, who is Sue's brother, lives in Houston. And they've come through it all right. My son lost a tree that missed his house by 3 inches, and my son brother-in-law had a pipe break over their bedroom, but that, you know, messed up the whole place. But they've come through it all right, so we can be thankful for that.
Yeah, the number of people even in Oregon that's still without power, and it's been over a week. So, I mean, you know, I think we're lucky if we lose power for a few hours when we have a storm. So
I have a new generator coming.
Hawk was cheap until 2.5 days worth of no power.
Yeah.
It was an expensive weekend for us. About $3,000 later, you know. Washer, dryer, and generator.
Right. All right. I'm gonna close this meeting just to remind you, if you want to sign up for March 12th, when they restart kettle corn, or they may start at that time, just either text Lloyd or give him a call and let him know. They're going to try to just do Fridays. And I'd like to say thank you for Roger and Rosemary for being guests today. And our new members, Marge and Terry. Welcome to the club.
Thank you.
And I will see everybody next week. We will talk later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.